Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Marianne. Welcome to Marianne's Mystic Mentions and your April readings. They're coming out a little slower but steady. I am coming back from a surgery and about 6 weeks break, which it was a long time, but I never ever stopped thinking of you, and I'm super happy to be back. So I'm going to be reading probably one reading per day. And that's fine, I think, because April is so phenomenal with so many energies, mainly positive, proactive. We're in Aries season. We had the first new moon in Aries on the 1st of April. We'll have a second new moon, which is an entirely different energy in Taurus, but incredibly powerful and grounding and strong and long-term kind of energy. Also being a partial solar eclipse, so we're starting our eclipse season, and we just have a lot going on. So for the first half of the month, though, it's definitely the influence of the sun in Aries, the new moon in Aries, Aries the first sign, Aries the fire sign, Aries the instigator, the cardinal energy. And today's featured sign, as I go around the zodiac, is that of the beautiful water element of Cancer, also a cardinal sign. There's a very soft, sensual and emotional feeling I feel whenever I feel and read for the water signs. In Cancer, you're no exception. You have a sentimentality, you have a deep love and nurturing side to you. You care greatly about your family, your home. Your home is your castle, no matter what gender. And I think a lot of times Cancers, from my experiences and what I've learned and studied throughout the years, is you'd rather have people come to your house. Not that you don't go out, there's a lot of variables. This is a general reading. But I think a lot of you can appreciate that and understand that. And when you do what you do, whatever it is for a living, or whether it's just being whatever it is at home, you put everything into it with the understanding that you want to protect and care for and nurture those that you love and what you consider family. And you do extremely well. You're resourceful. There isn't anything I don't think you can't do. But I think on the top of the chart is being particularly caring and attentive to your family. So I love that. But then there's this other side too, where you have this incredible innate ability to have intuitive abilities and psychic abilities and empathic, and you just feel people's energies. That's the whole thing about the water signs. They are a feeling sign, and you are ruled by the moon. So that is a very powerful energy for all of us, and it affects the tides, it affects the water and the emotions. Waters represent emotions and creativity. And we have Jupiter in the sign of Pisces, which is extremely good for all water signs, because you resonate with that as the same element. So a lot of beautiful, fortunate things can happen for you. And today, being the 5th of April, we had Venus go into the sign of Pisces. On the 14th, Mars will go in there. So there's this huge amount of fiery energy, and yet there's still a great deal of resonance and energies with Pisces. So it's the two together. It's momentum, it's beginnings, it's transformations, it's release, and that is, it makes me excited to talk about it. I can feel it in my blood, in my body. I don't know if you can pick up on that, but it's a good time. It is an absolutely good time, and it will remain that way through most of the month. But then we do, in fact, have our first retrograde of the season, and that will be, except for the retrograde in the beginning of the year, of course, which I will never forget, because, well, the one in Venus retrograde started in December and it lasted through March, and that was a long one. And I'm a Venus ruled sign as a Libra, so I definitely felt it. And were things going quickly or moving in the way that I had imagined? No. But I know that, and I love it, and I embraced it, and it worked out really well. It just was a little more difficult with technical things, which happens with me. So we're approaching another retrograde season of sorts, because we've got Pluto going retrograde on the 29th. We have Mercury retrograde starting on May 10th, So we'll start to feel the shadow period probably around mid-month, to be honest. I know I tend to. And then we have the full moon in Libra, which is an incredibly beautiful full moon, and it's about balance. And once again, Venus ruled, so there's a lot of love, a lot of heart, a lot of romance, a lot of love connections. And so speaking of which, I'm going to pick your specific love connection that Spirit wants you to know about for the month of April. It could be a person you know of and you're very tightly enmeshed with. It could be someone or an energy of this particular sign, or someone you don't know yet, because I'll tell you, there is a lot of energies for possible people coming back, okay? And it's not, and that usually happens with retrogrades, but this is more about a Venus thing. So I think it's, if something didn't happen at the beginning or another time, there might be a second opportunity to look at it. This is coming very clearly to me with my intuition and my guides that do talk to me during my readings. And I love it for you. And I think love is always and always will be one of the most powerful, important energies that we can have. For those that are new, thank you so much for tuning in. If you want to stick around, I do a card a week right now. I'm changing up a bit. I'll be doing a card for each week of April. And then I'll also be doing a beautiful oracle divination message and finishing with a rune. So yeah, they're all just kind of work together, and a lot of times very synchronistically. And I always recommend you watch your sun, moon, and rising. Also Pisces, that's interesting. Also Venus placements. So you get a really, really in-depth understanding of what's happening. And a lot of times you'll get a repeat message for the moon and the rising, or the sun and the rising, and you know that is definitely catering to you. So I hope you resonate with this. So let's have Spirit work through me, of course. And dear Spirit, please let the most important messages come through today for the beautiful sign of Cancer, and the most important, powerful connections that are meant to be, and the specific one for April. Whoops, that's right off the table. Let's see here. It's right between, it's right on the line. And you know, I just did a reading for Gemini, and their highlighted connection, love connection with Scorpio. So we're right between Scorpio and Pisces, Libra. I just said Pisces again. I don't know. You know, I have a Pisces rising, and we have such influence. I mean, I didn't mention one of the biggest things ever is the conjunction of Jupiter and Neptune in Pisces, exact on the 12th of April. It's already formulating, it's already starting. And if you can sit, and I know you can, and I know we all do at some point, and you really just are still, and you start to feel and you recognize how impactful this is, having not happened since I think it's in 1856, that you're a part of in this lifetime. And the things that you can create and imagine and invite into your life and see and actually have miraculously occur is going to be beyond my understanding and explanation to give to you. So it'll be a very personal thing that I would love for you to share with me. Let me try this one more time. And you have Taurus. And I love it. So the water and the elements of earth are extremely compatible together. Now, we all can get along, but that's one of my most important studies of my life since I was 12, was the compatibility between signs and elements. And who tends to gravitate, and for the reasons that make perfect sense, and then the oppositions that are constantly coming together because of the differences and because of how they can really fill each other and you know, help each other with their highest energies, and just so many things. But Taurus is an exceptionally good energy for you. And what with the solar new moon, second new moon, which is unusual in itself, on the 30th, there's some incredible possibilities coming through. And I always look at it as Venus ruled Taurus, which is certainly love, certainly magic, but it's sensual, it's beauty inwardly, outwardly, feeling good, you know, your health, your well-being, your relationships, your finances. Money is absolutely something that Venus brings into the picture. So, and Taurus is known as the money sign. I mean, the luxury is what they strive for, and they will work hard, and they will make sure that they never stop until they acquire and accomplish what they need to do. They are a fixed sign, as is Scorpio, which is the next eclipse in May, and they will run in pairs of Scorpio and Taurus like this through 2000, I believe May of 2023. So Taurus is beautiful for you. You may be in a relationship right now with the Taurus Cancer because it's very complementary and very common. in a lot of ways, and it doesn't have to be romance. I always say that. Now remember, love has so many different forms and different levels, and so that is gorgeous. Keep that in mind, okay? If you haven't and you're not aware of this, it could be a family member, it could be somebody you work with, and a good friend that you haven't talked to, or one you know of very clearly. There's an impact there, but I really feel a lot of it has to do with definitely the solar eclipse, which eclipses are like, you know, moons on steroids, right? They bring change, and they last for 6 months or longer, the story that unfolds with them. And also the fact that, yeah, it's an energy that can make things happen extremely quickly too. So I'm going to go on to the reading for you, and I'm going to let you know the first card, and I'm using the beautiful Art Nouveau deck today, which is one of my favorites. It's got a bunch of gold and glimmer in each card. It is about, the first card is about the overall energy that brings you into April. And, you know, it can last the entire month. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of different emotions happening for a lot of us, but predominance will be in your strength, in your courage, in your leadership skills, and also utilizing your incredible intuitive nature, which you already have tenfold, Cancer, but also just trusting in that and the divine co-creation that's going on for you with the magical aspects that are happening that haven't happened for 12 years, having Jupiter in the sign of Pisces. And then you'll have Jupiter in your sign. When will that be? It'll be Aries starting in May, and then of course Taurus, Gemini, about 4 years. Utilize this though, it's going to be phenomenal. It's as though it can be yours alone, with the fact that it has the water aspect. So your first card, overall energy coming in, is the Queen of Swords. Now that is either an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, and there is that full moon. So this is an energy of air, and it's absolutely about our mind and our creativity and how we can express ourselves. It's knowledge. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is wisdom. You know, being able to come out of your shell, as it were, as you are a crab, a crustacean that has so much potential and talent. A lot of times your inward feelings are not something that can be seen outwardly, but you're ready to take that step to combine the thoughts and your emotions, which is the holistic that makes everything absolutely the miraculous manifestational, you know, type of energy you could have. You combine those two. You may very well have air in your chart. We also do, I do want to say the Mercury, I mentioned Mercury retrograde coming up in May, is going to be in Gemini. And that's right next to you, you know, so you automatically kind of pick up on the energies of Gemini because you're right next to each other on the astrology wheel. But it's definitely about quick thinking and creativity, like immensely, and then also knowledge and wanting to learn. Maybe you're going to take a specific course, or you've been thinking about it, or you need to talk to the right people in the higher, you know, archy, if you will, institutions having to do with finances or ways to get loans or put investments in the right place, and having those conversations that are clear and concise and fair and true and justified. So I love this. And I hope that that's what's going on, and I hope that that will continue, not just for the month of April, but I'm telling you, this is an incredible month in so many ways. And I just dropped a card, forgive me. Add that to here. It is a beautiful card. Actually, I'm going to use it. It is the second week, and it is the Six of Wands. And the Six of Wands is about victorious, you know, success and, you know, accomplishments and rewards. And you've done the thought, you have the heart, you have the intention, you have that beautiful Jupiter kind of influence happening to bring in gifts and luck and opportunities. And now you're being recognized and you're getting your just rewards, and you have help from others. You have notoriety. You might have a YouTube channel you want to start. You are just somehow, you're in the limelight, and you know, a lot of cancers love that, and hopefully you'll be okay with that, because that will bring more success in some regard. And it could be writing, it could be, anything really. But you are definitely on that path, and that is the second week. And by the way, that is when the exact conjunction, the 12th of April happens with Neptune and Jupiter in Pisces. So prepare for that, indulge in it, and recognize you deserve it. Absolutely, you created this. And so I absolutely love that for you. The third week for you, beautiful Cancers, is, my goodness, the third week is going to be the Two of Cups. And this is love. This is that partnerships. And it's about absolute, meeting of the minds. And it does not have to be romantic. I think in a lot of ways, for a lot of Cancers, I am going to tell you this, it will be. If you're in an established relationship, I would say it can go to the next level. If you're wanting to meet somebody, you will. And that person will be somebody that, if not another water sign, absolutely gets you and sees you and feels your energy and your spirit. You're probably gorgeous in your own right physically, and that doesn't hurt. But this is more of the inner work and the love that you feel, that emotional satisfaction within yourself that exudes, and people are automatically, they're definitely attracted to that energy. It's like, moths to a flame kind of energy. And that's a beautiful thing, because, we all want that, and I have had that, and then you meet people and then they leave your life for some reason, but now it could be somebody you did know, as I mentioned before. It's just being brought back again to say, but this is fantastic. This is great. And if you're single and you're not interested in having a relationship romantically, I do feel there is a potential for a partnership in a great friendship, someone you could travel with, have fun, go out and do things more now because people are, and it feels so much better. And that's a whole part of this whole energy of this month, the renewal, the revolutionary, let's do it, let's get out there. Let's make it happen, okay? Because you have to put forth that effort. Even if you're sitting and meditating, that is an effort too. There has to be that true desire and, excitement, enthusiasm for it. So I do feel that there is a great potential for a great partnership of some sort for you in the third week. And then the fourth is going to be, as I said, a couple of other things I didn't mention, but I'm going to keep it just as to the most important, powerful things. And of course, it's the second new moon, and it is the solar eclipse in Taurus. So, and you have the the Queen of Wands, and this has come up a couple times in this position. So there's this fiery energy again. I know that you, like a Queen of Wands, when you want something and you have that incredible energy of desire and your emotions combined, it is just, you will do whatever you can, and you generally want to help everybody you can in your path. That's a beautiful karmic thing to do as well. The Queen is the more intuitive of the two, the feminine versus the king, but it doesn't matter the gender. We all have both of the dualities in us, feminine and masculine energies at all times. Just knowing what you know, and being very, very powerful in your energy and your confidence. And that makes me think of the Aries again. Aries is going to be predominant throughout the whole month, and then next month, Jupiter does go into the sign of Aries. So Aries is the polar opposite of Libra. Libra, relationships, seventh house. It's a lot about relationships in your life, okay? And releasing some, of course, with the eclipses, bringing some new ones in, maybe lifetime when it comes to Taurus. There's the longevity involved. There's the recognition and the love involved. There's your clarity of thought and mind. This is an exciting and very much in tune with the energies of the month. So I'm really excited to see that and happy for you. And I'm going to continue with your oracle message, as I mentioned. And this is a beautiful deck. It's called the Psychic Tarot of the Heart. I had to bring in the heart. Heart is important every day of our lives, every single, for as long as we live. I just cannot emphasize enough the spotlight on that for this month, though, with the Pisces and everything involved, and you and yourself, and just how much love is out there to be had, and how important it is to heal and to continue to grow and evolve in our lives. And you understand that very, very well. So I'll pull for you. Oops. This will be it then. This is going to be, oh, I love it so much. And it's my favorite color. Spread your wings. The Six of Wands, the thoughts, the heart, everything combined to create exactly what you want, to visualize and imagine and bring it into tangible physical form with the fiery, passionate aspects as well. It's number 2, which is about partnership, of course. And the purple, this is the purple, yeah. This is the wands, this is the fire again. So predominance, because of course we come into April with the Aries energy very, very, very prominent. And the new moons can last 4 weeks and onward with that energy, that idea of, let's get this started, boy. And why not now? Don't keep putting it off, okay? Don't be too much in your mind and your imagination. Got to put it into real-time practice, and physical movement, which should come very easy with the energies that are flowing in your direction with you. So I'm going to read to you what it says in the book specifically, because it's a gorgeous, I opened right up to it. Ooh, I love it when that happens. That's interesting, but I think it's good. I think it's a good thing. The key words are expansion. This is what Jupiter does. It expands. It brings in just incredible, like I said, opportunities, and it's a time thing where, you can just, whatever starts this year can go on for the next 12 years, wherever Jupiter's placed and what element and what part of your life. Freedom, confinement, and decision. So there's that oxymoron there, freedom and confinement. You don't want to be confined. You want just the opposite. And in order to get to that goal, you have to be very real with yourself, very honest, and allow the flexibility and the changes, And the energies of expansion are around you now. And because of this, you may feel restless and uncertain. Your mind and soul are ready to soar, but you may feel confined by certain relationships or certain aspects of them. Although they may be comfortable and feel safe, it's possible they don't quite fulfill your needs. Even the desire to be in a relationship can be restricting because it becomes your focus and you forget to live your life to the fullest. Now, I think all of us have had this happen. I do in relationship, because we're always learning and always trying to grow, and you never know yourself more than when you're in a relationship. This is a statement I will take to my grave. But that's what they're about. And I love and appreciate any and all of you that take that step and that courage to be in a relationship, because it's a lot. And I haven't been in a romantic relationship in so many years. And I have so many other types of love, and there's love for everything. So I never feel, I shouldn't say never, I'm open to everything. But I do want to say that I think there is a part of me, if I'm going to be completely honest with you, that has that little fear there, because, it does change your whole life, doesn't it? I mean, the balance is essential, and you have to cater to that and to your work and to your family. So there's that beautiful, incredible balance that I don't think most of us ever give ourselves credit for. But it's essential when you want that relationship to thrive and do well. And so remember, when you are in one, to please allow yourself time to be you always, and not feel like you have to lose yourself, which I have done. So that's why I speak about that. But this is a beautiful reading for you, Cancer, and it makes perfect sense. And of course, we all deserve beautiful readings. Actually, all of them have been incredibly insightful and uplifting. And they're just messages of guidance. They're not, you have your free will to do what you want. I'm here to just share with you, because I love the fact that spirits help me, and I just want to in turn do that for you and pay it forward. But I'm going to finish with your rune, because I love the runes. And as I've said, I don't have them memorized, but I have these flashcards that I asked for and got for Christmas. So what I do is I'll pull your rune. I'm going to put these back in because these came out and I've been doing the readings. And then I'll let you know specifically what the last, divination has to say for you, because runes to me are one of the most powerful divinations that I've ever used. And I remember being introduced to them, I think it was 1997. On my computer, I would pull a rune a day. And for me, I need to get into it in the sense that because they're so helpful and so loving, that the memorization is part of what my goal is. But it's nice to have the cards. Okay, now, I don't remember right off the bat. I've certainly seen this enough. It almost looks like a P in a way, but not really. And these are alphabets. Okay, this is the alphabet, but in the Greek alphabet. So, I hope I'm right about that. Gosh, I feel bad if I wasn't. I'm pretty sure it's the Greek. And the letters and what they correspond with as far as energies and the information they're in. So let me just pull that for you and pick out the one that is. And then read to you what specifically it says. Did I pick it out right away? Yes, thank goodness. All right, that is the letter. It's interesting because it looks nothing like it in our, American. I didn't put that in there, sorry. But this one was meant for you. The American alphabet, of course, or English alphabet. This is Wunjo, letter W, N, V. So it could be both. And it's the number 8 rune, which is one of my favorite numbers in numerology because it's so powerful and so abundant and so creative and capable of manifestation. So how perfect is that? And spreading your wings and just allowing and having the palms up, right, to receive always. So the theme is joy, and the words, keywords are attunement, coexist, there's always a coexistence, co-creation, peace, winning. Yes, I did see that in your reading. That is very synchronistic. And success and laughter, because laughter is the key to the best medicine. Magical working, bring about success, increase joy, bond friendships. Because love relationships hopefully are friendships as well. I find that can be even a longer lasting relationship. Create harmony. That's something you're very capable and do all the time. Key phrases: things are going well, joy and happiness are present, harmonious relationship, positive flowing energy. And that's how I'll leave the reading, because it speaks for itself. It is a beautiful time for you. I want the best for you. I love that you would stop in and take the time. Please come back. I will be back doing the May readings. Hopefully I'll get those out before, but I do want to say we are approaching a retrograde. So when I do have issues with the retrograde and technology and stuff, which is kind of a common side effect, I keep them going. I don't know sometimes how long it takes because they can be interesting, on the downloads and everything, but they will come up. So I'd love to have you come back. And until then, enjoy every moment, okay? Because there's some beautiful moments to be had. Log it down. Definitely write down your dreams, because there'll be some prophetic, beautiful information coming through for that. And yeah, until next time, thank you so much. Bye for now.